Hey, what's up everybody? I hope you're all having a good day, and I'm back with two replays. In the T-34-1, this is the Chinese Tier 7 medium tank, and I gotta be honest with you, I really hated this tank when I first unlocked it. It doesn't play well when you first have the stock tank. The gun is pretty bad, the turret is horrible, and at Tier 7, it's essentially a T-34. However, when you get this top upgrade, it turns this tank into a monster. The turret armor at the front is 170 degrees and it is very well sloped, so anything lower tier than you is going to have a real hard time pinning your gun mantlet and getting through your turret. Now, your hull is still pretty bad, but you're low profile enough that you should be able to get hull down and not have to worry about it. However, you only get 5 degrees of gun depression, so you really got to figure out how to use the hills and ridgelines to your advantage. So this first match, it's pretty standard. I'm headed up to the top of the hill here, and what I'm hoping to do is to get some shots into the tanks that are coming up on the other side, because this tank is pretty quick. Unfortunately, this Hellcat beats me up to it, but I have a lot of backup behind me, and I'm pretty much just going to gun it and hope for the best. And right here, that turret saves your life. It is so good. It is unbelievably good. So I quickly take out the Hellcat, and I'm trying to get over this ridgeline and get down into this divot, where my hull is protected from the tanks below me, but I'm still able to get shots into the tanks to my left. And here's where you see the gun depression really being a pain, because I have to back up pretty far in order to get my gun low enough to be able to hit these tanks in front of me. And it's just a shooting gallery in front of me at this moment. I mean, just pick a target, they're all over the place. I don't know why a Hellcat would decide to rush and try to take us on head-on, but whatever. I'm taking a lot of hits here, but I'm trying to use the my turret to my advantage and keep my hull below this hill. There's another Hellcat. I managed to put a round into him, and it's pretty much as soon as the gun reloads, I'm firing. And that's another thing, is this gun is excellent for its tier. The aim time is pretty bad, the accuracy is mediocre, but 175 for 250. If you're top tier, you're going to have a good time. I'm sure with I don't have anything on this tank. It's basically stock. I don't have any equipment. I have the top upgrade and that's about it. So I'm sure if I got a gun rammer and a gun laying drive, it would really make this tank pretty competitive. And there's our second kill of the match. And already I'm at 2600 damage. This is turning out to be a hell of a match right now. That M6, he's not really dangerous to us, but that SU-100, I'm about to get smacked by him, and I pretty much regret it. That gun is deadly. Either way, you know, we're still going to do our thing, so I'm trying to get shots into that M6, but he backs down the hill, and I move forward to try to get some into this 30-02D. Put one into the side of his turret, and the rest of my team has completely swarmed, and we are dominating this match. I thought he was going to move forward there, so I completely fluffed the shot, but you're not going to hit everyone. I'm pretty happy with the results I have. And I'm really debating on if I should even go after these other two tank destroyers, because I think the rest of my team has it handled. But I figure I might as well go and see if I can get one or two more shots into them. Now in this match, I really didn't get a lot of kills, but I did a ton of damage. For a gun that only does 250 alpha, I'm really happy with the results of this match. And one other thing about this tank is, although it's a pretty quick medium, it really doesn't handle that well. It feels kind of clunky, it turns not that well, but for what you have to use this tank for, it's pretty good. So I'm trying to get up and around these tanks and try to get one or two more shots into this, I believe it's a gun carrier, Churchill gun carrier. Yep. And I have to say, I'm really impressed with my team because we completely dominated. We only lost 4 tanks, and they're on their last one. And I'm gonna kind of be a little ballsy and just go for it, and it kind of pays off. I managed to hit him in the tracks and damage him, so he's stuck there. And I'm gonna reload quick enough that, well, I missed that shot, but I'm gonna reload quick enough to get one more into him. And yep, aim for the lower plate. There we go. And I got the 3rd kill and 17 penetrations. And here's our results. I mean, all in all, I'm very happy with how this match turned out. I was running a ×5 XP boost, got the high caliber and ace tanker, and this is actually the first match I had where I finally got my Mark of Excellence on this tank. So all in all, I couldn't ask for a better result. Alright, and up next, this is in the T-34-1 on Kunis. This is a relatively new map. I'm still kind of figuring out where I like to go on it, and they keep changing up the spawn locations. So sometimes you're in the top right and bottom left corner, and sometimes they flip it so you're in like the A1, the K0 spawn areas. So this is a assault mode. No, it's not. I'm sorry. It's a standard battle. And we're just going to start off going down to the left and hoping to get some tanks coming across the field from the right around the H7 areas where I'm hoping to get some tanks into a crossfire. You know, at first I really wasn't impressed with this tank, and I was pretty much just hoping to grind it out as quickly as I could and sell it. But with the last few matches I've been having, I've been doing pretty well in it, and I'm really considering just buying some good equipment for it and using it to grind up and see how many medals and marks of excellence I can get. So here's my first shot into that SU-100M. It's completely, you know, unspotted, but he's sitting in the same spot he last was, so I managed to put one into him. And then the TVP VTU just decides to run straight out and across the field with no backup. I have no idea what he's thinking, but we're just going to sit here and get the kill on him. And I immediately take a massive round. There it is right there, from the Sturr Emil, who's somewhere out in the field. I'm not sure exactly where at, but we'll see him in a bit here. And luckily, artillery managed to miss me as well. So luck's on my side in this match. Now it seems like a lot of my team is going to stay up in the hills and try to snipe down into the town, which is pretty good. I mean, we can get some crossfire if I can get a few of these other guys to follow me into like the J and K line. So there's another shot. I get one into the track of the Nomad. And I think I'm going to try to see if I can, there we go, get one into his cupola. And then he ducks behind the hill. So my thoughts are that I have some backup here. I'm going to move forward and to try to get around this hill by that rock and get some shots into him from the left-hand side. And just as I'm rounding this hill, there's the Sturr Emil right there. So I get one into him. I have a high roll, but I managed to leave him on like 6 health and somebody else takes the kill, which is fine. I'm trying to get shots into this Nomad, but it's not going to happen. He's just too low profile and artillery manages to take him out. I'd like to shoot at this T-29, but from this position, there's no way I'm going to pen his turret. It's just not going to happen. Now this Holland Hund, I don't think I'm going to manage to hit him, but he just slows down just enough for me to get one right into the side of his tank. So right now I'm trying to move up and see if I can flank around these guys and get some shots into these that are in the town. And I'm trying to peek over the ridgeline here and see exactly where that Dragoon is, but there's no way I'm going to be able to get him from this position. I decide to move forward, and I probably shouldn't have rushed this as quickly as I did, but it kind of pays off. I spot a Tiger, get one shot on him on the move, and I'm thinking about shooting him again, but then I realize that artillery is looking right at me. So I put one into artillery and I just start backing away. I'm trying not to get nailed by him. He fluffs the shot, so I have enough time to reload. And tell you what, guys, my turret armor is putting in work today, because if that Tiger would have hit me in the hull, I would have been dead. So I'm trying to stay as low as I can and use that hill to my advantage. And luckily I have enough gun depression to be able to see over this ridge and get him into the lower plate. And I'm just going to sit here now and just soak up damage on this Tiger 1. Because he's going to just essentially just sit there. I don't know why he doesn't try to move or angle on me. I mean, he's sitting straight on. And here he over-angles, and I managed to put one right into his side. And he's just getting punished from all sides at this point. So we put another one into his side and get the kill. And at this point, it's pretty much a wash. Our team is dominating. You know, they only have 3 tanks left, so I'm not exactly sure of the layout of the town, so I don't know where these buildings are. I was trying to see if I could fire in between the buildings, but there's too many in the way. At this point, it's just cleanup. I'm going to see if I can get one more round in this Dragoon that's running away from me right now. I completely miss him on the move. This tank is not good at shooting on the move. It just, you're not going to hit anything, very rarely. However, I do get lucky and manage to nail him into the side and get my 4th kill. Alright guys, and there's your 2 replays for the day. The second one was pretty good. 4 kills, Ace Tanker, Mark of Excellence. Got just over, or just under 3,000 damage. So I'm pretty happy with the results of this. I think I am going to end up keeping this tank. And I hope you guys had a great day. I'll see you soon.